Listen, man.
It's time for...
That's motherfucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's legit.
Legit or bullshit.
Man, that's some bullshit.
On Out of Bounds, only on SDR Uncut.
You know what the fuck it is.
All right. Listen, you know what this is. This is legit or bullshit. I am going to make 5 statements. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statements. You are going to let me know whether you think that I am the smartest man in the world or I'm the dumbest motherfucker you ever heard. Okay? If you in the comment section, comment your response, legit or bullshit. Let us know. And let's get this thing popping. Let's get it popping. Hold up. 1 second. Okay, let's get it popping. Legit or bullshit number 1. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay. Look, Sergio wrote the Losingers. The Tampa Bay Losingers have lost 3 straight home games. So legit or bullshit number 1. It is time to question the Tampa Bay Bucs Super Bowl aspirations. Start with Dread on that one, Mr. Losingers.
I'm gonna say legit. I think we should have questioned it the minute they lost to the Saints twice in that division, because that just automatically meant that they're not gonna get a home game. And then, just overall, their defense is playing like shit. Their DBs are getting torched, probably just as bad as the Cowboys DBs get torched. Their offensive line is starting to fall apart. In the beginning of the year, they had the most solid offensive line, no injuries to the team for like the first 6 games and shit. And then all of a sudden they're falling apart. Tom Brady is trying to feed AB too much. And the other receivers are getting pissed off. So I'm going to go ahead and say legit. It is time.
Go ahead, Debo. Or I'm sorry, go ahead, Samson.
I'm going to go legit as well. You got to look at it like this. You got an aging quarterback who's trying to force his way to another ring to prove to his former coach that he can win without him. And right now, for both men, it's not looking too good for either or. But at least on Tom Brady's side, you have Pro Bowlers at almost every position. You have no excuse. You have a decent coach. You're in Florida. I mean, I don't see how you can really mess this up. It's like, yeah, we know you won the Super Bowl 6 times, but now it's time. You got to know when it's time to let go. And I think this is the time. Just hang up your cleats, man. Hang it up.
Rick?
So normally I like to defend my fellow 70s babies. Me and Tom Brady born the same year. So normally I would be like, nah, man, stall him out. You know what I'm saying? Leave the 40-year-old alone. Nah, homie. They rode out the red carpet for him. They brought his tight end buddy, where they know that they have a connection, touchdowns after touchdowns and all of that. And it looked like the perfect storm at the beginning of the season. Right now, it's reality check time, and that reality is if they sneak into the playoffs, they're not going to get far. But I don't think they're going to make it to the playoffs. So that's legit.
If you can't win your division, don't expect to do anything in the playoffs. And have expectations.
Especially, that's New Orleans division, and you lost against them twice already.
It's how,
if you make it, you're not going nowhere. But
it's how they beat them. It's really bad.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and say legit. It's time to talk about whether or not they gonna make it. But listen, they might make it. The Saints might lose the next few games, and they might have a chance to take it to go in there. You never know. You never know what can happen. It's every given Sunday. I'm about to use all of the cliches. Look, any given Sunday, okay? Every yard counts. Every yard counts. Never count somebody out.
That's not everybody.
Yeah,
everybody's best.
They are professionals. You know, when you're the best in the division, everybody's coming for you. You know,
True.
all of that.
My bad.
Go ahead.
When we look at Tampa Bay and them being 7-5, and then we look over at the Patriots and them being 6-6, it might be time to question whether both can do it in the league without each other.
Right.
You know,
because
Bill Belichick over there, but Bill Belichick seemed like he's doing a little better because you're 6-6 with Cam Newton, who the last 2 weeks is barely throwing for 150 yards total.
Still making
and
it
you're
happen.
still winning. Beat the Cardinals
And blew out the Chargers.
Yeah.
45-0.
So
My
we
goodness.
might have to say Bill Belichick is a little bit better, even though Tom has one more win than Bill. We might have to be like, Bill's doing a little better over there.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'ma
repeat
say
that one more
this.
time so all the Buccaneers fans can hear. One more win.
One.
One more.
One.
Listen, and I'll say this too. I think that Tom Brady, and Samson kind of said this a little bit. Tom Brady has a very small window to try to compete for a championship, just on the level of now. If we talking about Peyton Manning and his last championship type of team, you know, a team where you could just be a serviceable quarterback and the defense and the running game can help lead you to a championship. That's a whole nother thing because we're talking about cerebral quarterbacks as far as Tom Brady. Not as people don't view him as cerebral as Peyton Manning, but still up there, very experienced. So if they could build a team like that, then yeah, he could compete for a championship. But as far as it being on him, Tom Brady's window is very short, and Bill Belichick's got a huge window. He don't play. As long as he avoid catching Alzheimer's, he's still good to go. He's still good to go.
Guys like Patrick Mahomes is getting rid of the dink and dunk type style of play, you know. So Tom Brady's finally trying to stretch the ball downfield, 20+ yards down the field, and you know he has the guys to get it. Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and company. But I mean that's just not his style. And,
Listen,
and we're seeing that.
Did you watch Denver that year?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning was boo boo. Peyton Manning was boo boo.
He made Osweiler in for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he made a few good decisions.
Osweiler.
He made a few good decisions in the clutch, and when it was time for Super Bowl time, we got Peyton Manning's full mind on the table. He played with his head. He didn't make no mistakes. He let his defense and he let fucking Von Miller become Von Miller.
Yep.
And Cam Newton choked that game away.
Oh my gosh!
And I think another thing we can look at as far as Belichick goes, if you look at that Patriots roster, they have 9 starting defensive players who opted out at the beginning of the year because of COVID. So just imagine how much better that defense probably would be, and they might have 10 wins right now.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that if Tom Brady and the Bucs don't do something to this team, especially defensively, because defenses win games is something that I think will never change about the NFL. If you have an elite defense that can do anything at their will, whatever they want to do to their offense, to the best offenses in the league, you can win a Super Bowl. As long as the offense don't make too many mistakes. Long as the offense can stay on the field long enough to get your defense some rest. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. That's all you need if your defense is crazy. So I think Tom Brady's got to get that ring. If not, he gonna sit back and watch Bill get a few more before he retire.
Yeah.
Because I do think that the Patriots organization is a great organization and it's headed by a very, very good coach. So they're gonna get the pieces. They're gonna compete.
He might get Carson Wentz.
They're going to compete. Listen, they're going to compete. And then who knows? I mean, Bill Belichick might one day just say, all right, I'm going to just keep being GM, but I ain't going to coach no more. You know? So
that'll be the end of an era.
We'll see.
I mean, even if that was the case, if he was to stay as a GM, it'll be an end of an era as far as him being on the sideline.
But But he been a GM.
But, I mean, he'll still be with the team. He'll still be with the team. But him being on the sideline, that'll be a different look for a lot of fans, a lot of football fans. Period. I mean, the younger generation, of course.
Look forward. Hey Ricky, look forward to losing Jimmy G when his contract up.
And going where?
Back to New England.
I just want to hear you say it.
back to New England.
Yeah,
Back to Daddy
I don't
Belichick.
Cam Newton not getting the job done there. I mean, he had 14 carries in this last game. That's more completions than he had. I mean, that's just not going to cut it. Yeah, they won, but everybody played a part in that.
We actually,
have to do much.
We actually got to move. We actually got to move forward. We spent a lot of time on legit bullshit one. I just realized we were still in legit bullshit. All right, moving on. Legit bullshit number 2. Listen, we just talked about that earlier. The Broncos, all of their QBs were out due to COVID. Exposure, and the NFL made them play no matter what. And also told them they couldn't play some motherfucker that coach if they wanted to. So legit bullshit number 2, the NFL made an example of the Broncos by making them play without a QB. I'll start with Dread.
I'm going to say legit. I think they did make an example out of them, and I think it's not mainly because they're the Broncos and because they got a bad team or anything like that. I think because the 3 quarterbacks that were on the team who were exposed to the one who had it. They were around that guy with no mask, no nothing. So I think the league was like, oh, you guys want to fuck up and do some stupid shit? Cool. Your quarterbacks want to fuck up? Go ahead. Play with your running back. Oh, you decide you want a receiver? Go ahead. Play with your receiver. Not giving you no breaks. So I think that's legit. Yeah, they made an example out of them as far as like, pay attention to what you're doing on the fucking field and off the field. Mask up.
Because either way you're gonna have to lace up. Either way.
Yep. Definitely legit. Hopefully the other teams, players on the other teams, I should say, start taking this as serious as they should. Wear a mask. Damn. Stay your ass inside if you ain't gotta go nowhere. Wash your damn hands. Whatever the case is, whatever it is. The NFL is like, no, you motherfuckers need to do this shit. You didn't do it, that's on you, y'all still playing. I don't give a damn. Put some punter back there. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how people that make decent money can't stay in the house.
Right.
Broke people are the ones that need to go outside.
They need to go outside. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You make a decent amount of living, like you should be able to entertain yourself very well. Very well.
Or pay somebody to do it.
Samson, what you got?
He's muted.
Yes, he is muted. Turn that mic on. There you go.
I'm gonna say legit because I don't necessarily believe they should even played that game. They postponed this Dallas game that's on right now. They postponed the Steelers game countless of times. Yet they let this game go on, knowing it was going to be the same outcome, whether they postponed it or not. And I feel like it's money. It's just all politics and money right now as to why they let a guy from the practice squad, a wide receiver nonetheless, go out there and just complete one pass. We watched it. A man complete one pass. Any one of us could have went out there and did that.
Hey, if I was the Broncos, I wouldn't even ask if whatever person they wanted to be the quarterback. I'd have been like, you're going out there, you're wearing a fucking visor. Don't take your helmet off while you're on the sideline.
I think they drew a name from the hat, to be honest with you.
And you're gonna wear this jersey, so it looks like you're that person. Don't say shit. Just get out there and throw the ball.
Sure.
Don't talk to the opposing defenders.
They set them up. NFL set them up for real.
Yeah,
that was bad.
For real. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and go with legit. Like I said, they definitely made an example. They set them up. I was shocked because they have rescheduled a lot of games. Not a lot, but they rescheduled a few games this season, and I'm not sure why. Other than them making an example out of them, why did they not reschedule their game when they were down every quarterback on their depth chart?
So,
Obviously,
Like I
obviously
mentioned.
they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
The NFL didn't give no fucks.
Not at all.
Who did they play that week?
The NFL that week stood for no fucks levied. No fucks levied. No fucks left. There you go. No fucks
To
left.
answer
There you
your
go.
question, Dread, they played the Saints. That nation.
That was even worse.
Look.
Hey, look, we ain't going
They
nowhere
said-
this year. We ain't doing
They
shit.
said,
We chilling.
they say you guys get to play. You guys get to play a top 3 defense with no quarterback.
None.
Hey, listen.
All
Listen.
Saints got to say, we ain't got our starting quarterback.
Listen,
We ain't
they
got
should
our
have
starting
followed.
quarterback.
They should have followed protocol. Okay,
Yeah.
That's on them.
they should have followed protocol, or else they wouldn't have had a protocol. I still got it. I can still do it. I can still rap.
But
They should have
On
followed
the
protocol,
other
and they wouldn't
side-
have been against the Saints without a protocol. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have a protocol. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm done.
where the
Y'all ain't
gunshots
get it.
at?
Y'all ain't, well, where the gunshots at? There we go. I still got it, baby. I'm in the booth next week.
Check him out.
All right, we got to move forward though. Moving forward, that was just number 2. So moving forward, oh yeah, this is a perfect one right here. The Steelers went on an 11-game winning streak to start the season off. Then they lost one to the Washington football team. Legit or bullshit number 3, the Steelers' loss is an example of how easily they can be defeated. I'm going to start with Ricky on that one.
I'm gonna say legit, man. These dudes is
I'm going
leading
to
the
let
pack.
Samson bubble a little bit.
They was leading the whole league last of the undefeateds, and then they tripped on the hurdle against a team formerly that had a name. And like I said earlier, man, that might have been a loss they needed to jumpstart the second half of their season and throughout the playoffs. So, but definitely legit. Anybody can beat anybody at any given time.
Okay, so I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna say bullshit actually on it. I'm gonna say that it's not a proof of how easily they can be beaten. I think that, like you said, anybody can be beaten, and I don't think that one loss to a team that is sub 500 is exposing you at all. It's just maybe, if anything, a lot of those teams, when they get all of those wins racked up and they get against an opponent that's not good on the record books, they tend to play down. Yeah, but I want to tell Samson before he get on after Dread that you can't be trying to come at your OC just after one loss. Okay, Dread, what you got?
I'm gonna say bullshit. It doesn't show how easy they could be beat. Washington, they had a good game plan. Washington got a good front four. They can get after the quarterback. I mean, they didn't get much sacks or anything, but they were definitely in Big Ben's face and around his legs and stuff throughout the entire game. And I think just Washington had a good game plan, try and limit what Ben does, try and keep his receivers underneath. Don't let him throw the deep ball down to his players. Juju didn't have a catch until midway through the third quarter. So I think it was just a great game plan by the defense on Washington. And, Alex Smith did what he always does, game managed, and he won.
Go ahead, Samson. What you got?
Y'all know I'm gonna say bullshit. Here's the thing. They know they got 2 more games after this. They playing 3 games in 12 days. Keep in mind, they still don't have a bye no more because of Tennessee. They pushed back the game for Baltimore multiple times, and including time zones. Game planning for this game couldn't have been priority for Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. They probably did overlook them. But at the same time, Washington had time to game plan and get all their personnel together to defeat this team, because they knew without preparation that they can get this dub, and they got lucky and did it.
I'm not gonna let you do that to Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin ain't overlooked the Redskins. If the players might have,
maybe.
I'm just saying, there ain't no maybe about it.
He's gonna
Mike,
take the blame. You got to understand that as a head coach, he's gonna take.
Of course, he's gonna take the blame. But Mike Tomlin's not. If anybody overlooked the Redskins, it won't Mike Tomlin.
Eric Ebron. I'm gonna say, if you want to say players, I just blame Mike Tomlin because he's gonna take the blame. But I believe Eric Ebron, who dropped multiple passes, Juju Smith-Schuster, especially Deontay Johnson. I say those three guys in particular definitely overlooked this Washington team and didn't give them the respect they deserve as professionals. So I'll definitely say that. And like Dreadsox said earlier, no Bud Dupree, that 1-2 punch, it was kind of easy to kind of double up TJ Watt.
Yeah. Anybody got any quick responses before we move forward?
I just don't want to hear that 3 games in 12 days. The Cowboys got 3 games in 12 days coming up. So if we don't win
exactly.
If we don't win any of these games, that's the only reason we had a shitty season.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that fucked it. That messed their season up too. They got the same thing because Baltimore can't get
listen,
their,
the Niners can say, you know, we didn't even get to play our last few home games, you know.
And too, we got to play after we play Dallas. We got to play our roommates at State Farm.
That's a home game now.
It's a home game, but it's against the roommates. That's like when you play Madden against your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. But man, you won't play at your own.
Yeah, yeah, it's the roommate, but he always have his girl and her friends. So when you playing, so you at home technically, but when you playing, they only cheering for him.
They leaving dishes all over the counter, all in the sink. They don't care.
That's a fact. And look, as far as the Saints go, I mean, out of this panel right now, the Niners the only people with real expectations. Saints playing with house money. I don't care how far we go. We'll always say, "Hey, we had Drew Brees."
Because the cap space for y'all for the next 2 years are really bad. So winning now is definitely a priority for the New Orleans Saints.
I ain't worried about it. Moving forward, number 4. Moving into the season, we've seen a lot of deals going down, a lot of contracts being signed in the NBA offseason. Season set to start real soon, right? Really, really soon, I think.
3 days.
A few days, okay.
3 days for the preseason.
Yeah.
Like that.
Looking at it, moving into the preseason, legit bullshit number 4, the Clippers are still the biggest threat to the Lakers.
Hell no. Bullshit. And I'm done.
Yeah, I'm leaving it at that. Bullshit. Hell no.
Who is it then?
I'm gonna say bullshit.
Who's the biggest threat?
It ain't the Clippers.
It's gonna be the new NBA champions, Phoenix Suns.
Oh.
Best backcourt in the NBA.
I give you the best backcourt. I give you that.
I don't know about stopping LA though.
Nah, man, it's got.
Y'all can get rid of the Clippers.
But yeah,
who is it?
Clippers.
He said the Suns. Who is it? Y'all got to give me somebody if y'all gonna say it ain't the Clippers.
Are you asking West teams or both?
I guess we could say both. Technically,
because I'll go ahead and just say Denver or Dallas on the West. I know those are shockers to everybody, but
just gave you a Kawhi laugh for that one.
That's fine. That's fine. Those
what you got?
Those
Ricky?
teams I think are shockers.
I like Dread's choice.
I respect Dread's choice. I like his choice. If we're saying East and West, we haven't seen Brooklyn play yet, but on paper, Brooklyn looks like a threat.
So basically, what Ricky's saying, it ain't no threats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well.
I'm not
Ain't no
gonna
threat.
piggyback
Ain't no
with
real
somebody's
threat.
team. They pick Denver and Dallas and Phoenix. I say, yeah, okay, yeah. But I'm gonna pick my own team.
Yeah. Ricky
It
said ain't no
real
threats.
I think the only team out of the East, if you like look at every team on paper right now,
Boston.
and nothing else, yeah, it's Boston. I think that's the only other team that could probably give them some competition.
And y'all know I wouldn't gonna say Boston. You already know that.
As much as
I wasn't gonna say Boston, but he brought Boston up. I'm like, y'all see the face I made? Like, damn, he showed up. Yeah. But I wasn't gonna say it.
All right, let's move forward. Let's wrap this up because we still got whose man is this and we got some smoke. It looks like we might not get into some other shit that we wanted to. But number 5, listen, the Browns are 9-3, 75% winning ratio, 4-game winning streak, no Odell Beckham. Legit or bullshit number 5. It is time for Dreadsox to admit that the Browns are a good team.
Legit. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say legit because then I know we gotta let Dreads. Say.
I'm gonna say legit too.
I'm gonna say legit.
I'm gonna say legit too.
Let's hear this.
I'm
know my boy though.
I'm gonna say bullshit. It ain't time for you to talk about no toilet bowl bound Browns. Just because the motherfuckers are 9-3 don't mean shit to me.
When I saw the topic list, I saw that, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Steelers. They played the Bengals twice. They played the Cowboys. They played Washington. They played Philly. They played the Giants. They play all the trash teams. So it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Now they haven't proved against any team. Tennessee has lost 3 of their last 4 games. I'm not convinced of Tennessee. Derrick Henry ain't running the ball like he was. The offensive line is trash. The DBs got scorched on multiple long passes. It's not like they were actually doing anything decent. They were just throwing the motherfucking ball down the field, and the DBs was getting scorched. I'm tired of seeing Butler getting in everybody's face because he got that one little interception in the Super Bowl. Now he think he the king of DBs. Sit your motherfucking ass down. You ain't shit. That's why you went to Tennessee. But no, it is not time for me to admit anything about the Browns other than they still belong in the toilet bowl.
Not even with that 1-2 punch duo and Chubb and Hunt. You can't give them that much respect.
No. I give Chubb respect. I give Hunt respect, but I don't give Baker
Olivier
respect.
Vernon, Myles Garrett, up there with the best.
Means nothing. When it come to playoffs, your quarterback better shine, and Baker ain't the guy. We watched them in Oklahoma fail. We watched him the first 2 years in Cleveland fail. So we'll watch him fail when the lights are bright, and he ain't gonna be able to survive.
It's been downhill ever since he placed that flag.
Talk about Mayfield.
Hey, you can hear it.
something personal. Something personal.
You don't like Baker.
When I saw that on the topic list, I was like, I can't wait for this part of the show.
I couldn't wait either.
I already knew the answer. I had no information to be like, man.
Nope.
9-3.
Say legit.
Hell no. Because I knew he was gonna say bullshit. That's why I said legit.
9-3, man.